600 miles around the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Pepsi 600. A long race here tonight. Could be very, very endurance-like. Let's go take a look at our starting lineup. Griffin Lynn, the 36, has the pole. Steve Morgan, the 13, will be 2 is outside. Andrew Miller will roll off 3rd. Jonathan Rains in 4th. Running out the top 5, Dom Dewitt. Then 6th, you have Louis Jack Tavo. 7th, Justin Zidell. 8th, Luke Rainey. 9th, Carson Bowers, and Stuart Grant rounds out the top 10. Then for us, we got Max Harrison, 2's outside, TJ Hanley. They have Lawrence Palapon and Alexander Rowe, along with Alex Stewart and then Diego Yepes. Nathan Stapleton and then Jeff Bright, along with Marcus Sachi and Jonathan Buford. Then Colton Young, Emmett Juckham. Levi Jones in 2nd in points, Code Luigi. They have Joe Jefferson, Isaac Nichols, Jake Galloway and Brand Tharp. Then Kyle Perry and Carter Friesen. Trey Rainey and Eli Bright. Then Michael Canto and Riley Spurley too, along with Derek Hamill and Jake Jefferson. William Seaman and then Grayson Thompson. Justin Ethan, Michael Gregory, running out the field, final row. 41st, Steve Larker in the 16. 42nd, Tim Renoff in the 92. So there's your starting lap for this long 600-mile race. Let's go down to track side and get the command.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
You look crazy. You guys just be patient out there. There's going to be a lot of guys real amped up because they've been sitting around for so long. So just be calm, be patient, pay attention to who's around you. 10-4, Chad, I got you, buddy.
42 cars are off the starting grid for 60 laps. The last race before the All-Star race. If you want to make it in, you're going to have to win. If you don't have a win, but you're up there in the top points, if you're top 10 points after today, you'll get into the All-Star race as well. So a lot on the line here tonight. You can make it into the All-Star race without going through the open, or you have to go through the open. Pace car in, 60 laps around Charlotte for the Pepsi 600. Griffin Lynn will lead us to the green flag. He's on the bottom lane to the start. Green flag in the air. We're racing at Charlotte. See on that fly-by-lot, beautiful patriotic schemes as they come down the backstretch. Griffin Lynn and Andrew Miller clear. They're 1-2. Dom Dewitt now looks for a second in the 22s. He comes to the bottom of the 31. Off of 4 they come. Lap 1 from the pole. Griffin Lynn in the 36 leads. It's a three-way battle for a second. Justin Zidell pushing Dewitt forward. He might make it 3 wide now for the second position. He does. Here comes the 20 of Zidell to the bottom lane. As Dewitt with the good run off the top, though, he might be able to clear right here. Andrew Miller gone to the wall a little bit. 31 car falling back. Just a little bit. He's trying to get down the line. As they're battling for a second, still Dewitt and Zidell. Zidell's a run. He's going to get by. And Justin Zidell now up to second. Oh, Dom Dewitt got into the wall just a little bit right there. And he really slows. He got into it pretty hard, actually. He falls back to that pack now. Here comes Carson Bowers in the 21. Max Harrison along with Alexander Rowe, your top 5. 6 is a battle. Jonathan Rains in the 29. Trying to get underneath Dom Dewitt in the 22. Once again, Andrew Miller into the wall. Code Luigi second and points to the wall. And many others as well. Turn 2 very, very treacherous here, Charlie. It gets very, very slippery, it seems like. Something up against that top lane. Oh, there they go! Miller gets spun! Oh, got TJ Hanley, Diego Yepes! And they're stacking them up! There's Trey Rainey, Code Luigi. Where's your points leader at? Looking for that 47 car. Don't see him yet. I don't think I see him in that crash. That's the first caution of the night. Andrew Miller went around. And got others. Marcus Sachi as well. They're racing back to the line. Carson Bowers with the race lead. And he'll lead us back to the yellow. Alexander Rowe will be second. So Trey Rainey can get out of there. Or at least stay up against the wall so that these guys don't hit him. Yeah, they do. Oh, they're still crashing almost. Man, there's a lot of damaged cars here. Hopefully these guys can figure it out. Looks like they will be able to figure it out. So there's caution number 1. Andrew Miller, 31, is spun around. We'll see if they have to come down pit road or not. These guys trying to, oh my gosh, trying to get around the pace car here. Make sure they're not a lap down. The 42 Code Luigi coasting back to pit road. That's second in points. He's in the All-Star race, though. He's in a pretty good position right now in points. Can have a bad race or two. They'll be coming down pit road. 33 is there coming in pit road as well, so he might be in the way of some of these drivers. TJ Hanley down pit road as well. Not what he was hoping for, although he is in the All-Star race because of his All-Star win last season. So he's all right. The 48 of Isaac Nichols stays on the racetrack. That's a very interesting strategy call right there. 42 is done. The 30 is done. The 33 also done. As Bowers leading them down pit road. Into his pit box. Fuel only. Bowers took fuel only. The 71 took 2. Some others take fuel only as well. That's a lot of pit strategy right there. And out front, 40 of Isaac Nichols has stayed out. Bowers out in first with gas. As let's see how this crash started. NR2003, one of the first to go around. Threw off the corner. Miller's going to get into the wall right here in the 31. He'll come down, get Diego Yepez right there. Yepez spins the 31 around. And then this is in front of the field. And TJ Gassett trying to get through in the 31. Just clips the 87 up into the 30 right there. Marcus Sachi, nowhere going, hits hard. Jeff Bright does a great job right there getting by. Thompson sideways into it. And then here comes the rest of the field. Coluigi jacks the 18 of Trey Rainey up. There's the 78 back there. Jay Jefferson, not what he was wanting. He's trying to get into the top 10 in points to try and get into the All-Star race. 1792 slides through the grass. The 18 still lifted up off the ground by the 43. That was one insane crash. There were kind of multiple parts of that. The 31 possibly didn't clip the 87 right there. Yepez possibly could have been less cars involved, but there are some hard hits in that. There's Jake Galloway in the middle of it all. The 33, the 17, the 6. A lot of cars. 16 went for a spin of Steve Larker. So these guys really not going to help them in the point standings. Talks about it. You have to be top 10 points to get into the All-Stars if you don't have a win. And some of these guys were close to it and weren't there. So how will this affect them in the points? I don't know if Tim Ralph in the 92 got damaged right there. So he might have just spun through the grass. One more look at it. And Miller was doing a great job too earlier in the season. Well, he was doing a good job as of late getting up there in points and actually gaining points on some of those guys. And now he's definitely going to have a damaged car and slower car. Let's go on board with Coluigi in the 42s. He actually jacked the 18 up. He got into it pretty hard. He was towards the back of the pack. That's a pretty hard hit into that right there. TJ Hanley, the 30 has an onboard camera. He's won here at Charlotte before in the All-Star race last season. Looking to do it again this season. Yeah, so many cars coming in there, it was bound to cause a crash. Griffin in the 30, or where's the 47? Where was Kyle Perry, your points leader? He was actually back there towards the crash. Let's go on board with Perry. It looks like he's able to miss it in the 47 car. Joe Jefferson in the 39 did a good job getting by as well. Eli Bright, Jeff Bright, also down the bottom lane getting by. So back in front, I believe it was, the 21 with Bowers, but Isaac Nichols stayed on the track. He'll be your race leader. At the restart, Nichols stays out. He'll be your race leader. Coming back green, lap number 9. Isaac Nichols in the 48 out front. Coluigi, the first to retire. He's going to finish 42nd here tonight. Once again, another disappointing race for him. Grayson Thompson, the 33, also out, along with Marcus Sachi and TJ Hanley. Griffin had to come back down pit road, an issue there, loose lug nuts. He'll be 38th on this restart. As out front, Isaac Nichols in the 48 stayed out. Carson Bowers takes fielding in second. Team with Max Anderson, third. Jonathan Reigns, fourth. Fifth, Dom Dewitt. First off, 2 tires, Alexander Rowan, sixth. Steve Morgan, seventh. Colton Yeo, eighth. Levi Jones, ninth. Luke Rain rounds out the top 10. Here's the restart. Griffin just getting caught up to the pack. Green flag back up. The 48 did spin the tires a little bit right there. So everyone took advantage down low, but cannot make the pass quite yet. As a run, but here comes Max Anderson, the 83 first. He'll be the first to break low. That's for the second position. And Anderson has a run onto Nichols as they come down the backstretch to the quarter panel, the 48. Trying to side draft him back to him down the back. He has a push from Jonathan Reigns behind and pushing that 48 back. So Max Anderson is now your new race leader in the number 83, but here comes Jonathan Reigns in the 29. Donovan doing in the 22 is pusher. Anderson leads by nose. Reigns going to try and clear into turn 1. And he does. Jonathan Reigns, your new race leader. Donovan Dewitt now to second. Colton Yo's up to third in the 15. Levi Jones has 2 wins this season. He's going for fourth, and he'll get it. The 83 got into the wall with the 48. Front few get away down the backstretch. The 48 stacked up 3 wide right here. This could be dangerous. Oh, this could be the front of the field right here. Watch out, the 2 and the 5. Oh, in front, they're going to wreck. Oh! Oh my gosh, there's the field. There's the back out the field. Galloway's upside down. Miller's into it again. Trey Rainey again. Galloway ends up on his lid. The 48, there's the 16 sitting in a big smoke show. The 78, the 56. And they've taken the caution flag. Jonathan Rains has the race lead. And caution number 2 early on. There's Griffin Lynn. He got put back there because of loose lug nuts. And now he's in it. William Seaman again. Carter Freeze in the 99. Andrew Miller. There's Lee Jack Tavo in it. Diego Yepez. Where was the 47 have? Kyle Perry. Did he miss it? There's Perry. I don't know if he has damage. I believe he might have gotten away. They're back on pit road. Jonathan Rains leading them down for another set of pit stops. We're not going to have any cars left in this race. I don't know how many are going to be left after this. Now these guys take tires now. Or some just take fuel only. We'll see what Rains does. It could be 2 or 4. Joe Jefferson getting out along with Nathan Stapleton. Rains leads us off. Donovan Dewitt in second. Steve Morgan looking to be third off, and he does beat Stapleton to the line. Fourth will be Stapleton. Joe Jefferson up to 5th. Jeff Bright will be 6th. Colton Yale 7th. Levi Jones 8th. Alex Stewart 9th. Jonathan Beeford 10th. Brandon Tharp 11th. Max Anderson has damage along with all these guys. So a lot of these drivers have some damage. They're coming down period. Hopefully they don't get caught a lap down as they're still trying to figure out what position they're all in back here. So, caution number 2. The 48 won the first go around of Isaac Nichols, and it just catapulted from there. We said that 3 wide, but it actually happens up ahead with the A3 and the 21 right there. Max Anderson gets the wall hard and then gets into the 21, and then they spin up the track, and they're going to get some cars right here. There's 7-1 Rowe getting into it. The 2, it slides across the 2's nose. The A3 spins in front of the pack. Here comes some cars flying in. Luke Ray gets damaged right there. And then here come the cars flying in. And it's just a clogged racetrack. Nowhere for anyone to go. There when Miller comes slamming in there. I believe Jay Jefferson got stopped in the 78 before he got hit. Galloway never flipped back over. He ends up on his lid. And that's 3 JGR cars just in a pile right there. You can see all 3 of them as the 11's the one upside down. So many cars involved. Yeah, that's the Coca-Cola 600 big one, or the Pepsi 600 big one that we usually see. Some cars down the bottom had missed, and then the others came piling in. I believe Lawrence Poundpond got away with it in the 32. There's Gregory sliding through the grass. Griffin Lynn was in the grass in the 36-year pole sitter. See, he was back there, remember, because of a loose lug nut, loose wheel. Some of these drivers were just inside the top 10 points or just outside. This will definitely hurt them. Luke Ray, especially, he was about 9th, 10th in points, but he didn't have too much damage on the 2. Maybe if they can get that repaired, if he stays in the race, he could definitely stay in the race and maybe keep the top 10 points. I don't believe there's going to be many cars left in this race. Jeff Bright in the 5. Great job of checking up Kent Lowe. Jeff Bright, the luck on his side, and also he had some pretty good driving skills right there. Levi Jones in the 14. I don't know if he was ahead of it. Oh, he was ahead of it. Who else back there? Griffin Lynn in the 36 was back here. He was involved. Oh, yeah. Oh, he was the one that flipped the 11. Oh, and then he got hit again. My goodness. That was a hard crash. So Jonathan Rains will be a race leader for this restart. The 29 car out front at Charlotte, showing the way. As we come back here in lap 15, surprisingly, so many cars still actually left in the race, but a lot actually did retire from that crash. Griffin Lynn in the 36 along with Riley Sprague, William Seaman, Jake Galloway, Trey Rainey, Michael Canto, Steve Larker, Isaac Nichols, and Diego Yepez. We'll have 29 cars left in the race, 28 on the lead lap, Jay Jefferson 2 laps down to 78, as Jonathan Rains in the 29 out front, Donovan Dewitt in 2nd, Steve Morgan 3rd, Nathan Stapleton 4th, Joe Jefferson 5th, they have Jeff Bright 6th, Colton Yale 7th, 8th, Levi Jones 9th, Alex Stewart 10th is Jonathan Beeford. So they come down the front stretch into the restart zone, Jonathan Rains with the race in the 29. We'll have cars still left in this race, green flag back in the air, we're back racing. Yeah, some cars not going to be up to speed, obviously. So here comes Morgan for second in the 13. They look through 1 and 2. Steve Morgan in the 13 clears for second. Now try and challenge for the race. Nathan Stapleton will grab this 3rd position in the 27. He has a huge run to the front, too. Where does he go? He'll push the 13 down this backstretch. Doesn't want to make it 3 wide. That's how we've seen the crash happen here tonight. Steve Morgan clears. Oh, he's coming down pit road with some others. Oh, Rains. I don't know if he made it on pit road or what, but look at some of these guys flying up through there. And now your race leaders, Joe Jefferson the 39. I don't know why those guys had to come down pit road. It's the 21, the 14, the 15, 22, 27, 13, 29. About 4, 5, 6 of those guys are up towards the front. Now Joe Jefferson pulls away with the race lead. Brandon Tharp is second in the 24. Jonathan Buford's third. Tim Randolph fourth. Jeff Bright fifth. Two of the Hendrick cars up here inside the top 5. As Tharp looks for the race lead, entering 1. He has a nose. He's underneath that 39 as the cars come off pit road. Luckily, they'll not impact the race leaders as Tharp will clear right here. Jonathan Buford now will grab second. Tim Ralph gets to the wall in the 92. Jeff Bright gets to 4th. Carter Freeze now to 5th. Lawrence Poundpond for 6th. Back here in this pack, some damaged cars. Here's Kyle Perry, your points leader. Eli Bright was involved in that last crash. He's actually going pretty strong in the 88. Luke Rainey as well. Here comes Jay Jefferson. He's 2 laps down. Look at him go. Trying to get there and get a lap back. For the race lead, Jonathan Buford in the 4. Underneath Brandon Tharp is hit turn 1. Joe Jefferson's got back down line 3rd. He has a shot here for 2nd down. Off of 2 and down the backstretch. Once again, Tharp into the wall. Here's the 21 coming off pit road. Carson Bowers. As Joe Jefferson has a run underneath the 4. Oh, that's close right there. Sliding up. 21's coming down pit road. Oh, Buford got to the wall pretty hard. Joe Jefferson, Jeff Bright get away 1st and 2nd. Now 3rd, White Pete Carter Friesen. 99 car's a big run. Here comes Friesen in the 99 to the bottom lane. He's challenging as Jeff Bright looks for the race lead. 5 cars pretty strong here. He's side by side with the 39. Here's the battle for 3rd. Carter Friesen and Jonathan Buford. Still for the race lead. Jeff Bright trying to keep it underneath that 39 car, but just does not have the run to do it. Buford slaps the wall hard, gets into Palapon. They'll save the car. Palapon was halfway in the grass. Jeff Bright still trying to get by Joe Jefferson. This might help 3rd on back. Run them down. So they're going to be side by side. It's going to slow them down. Look at those guys single file back there trying to run these guys. Jeff Bright will finally clear the 39. Joe Jefferson through 3 and 4. Front view single file. Jefferson tucks in line in 2nd. 3rd, Carter Friesen. Lawrence Poundpond 4th. Jonathan Buford, Kyle Perry battle for 5th. Look at Joe Jefferson in that car, rotating well, trying to get the race lead right back, but got tight down low, but he still has a run down the backstretch. Jeff Bright trying to keep it clear. 5 team has a win this season at All Club. Joe Jefferson has 2 wins this season. Looking for a 3rd. Jeff Bright does clear. Some great racing at the front between the 5 and the 39. Looking for 3rd. Lawrence Poundpond looking on Carter Friesen in the 99. Now Jefferson has a run onto the 5 as he looks into 3. Gets tight down low. Had to lift just a little bit, but Jeff Bright might get into the wall right there. Barely, though. He keeps some pretty good speed. I believe he led that lap as well. Oh, they might go 3 wide for a second. Palapon all the way to the bottom. That's aggressive move, and Jeff Bright backs out. Smart move there by Jeff Bright to back out of that. I think he knew that. Oh, Colton Yale's blowing up on the bottom. The bad luck continues for the 15 team. Does that bring out a caution flag? Jeff Bright's dropped a few positions on the top of 3 wide, but he keeps out of the wall and keeps it inside the top 5. Carter Friesen got to the wall a little bit there with a scrape. Kyle Perry now under attack from Jeff Bright. Joe Jefferson gets away. And Perry could not drive it underneath Friesen because the 5 is down there. Brandon Tharp back up into position, up to 6th. For 2nd, here comes Carter Friesen in the 99, trying to get by Lawrence Poundpond. Off into 3. Friesen easily gets by that 32 car. Palapon has a lift probably to... Yeah, I don't think he wanted to get into the wall too hard and just lifted a little bit there into the corner. Let the 99 at the spot down low. And Joe Jefferson, meanwhile, for this battling, has gotten out of there. He's trying to run away with it as Friesen is now 2nd. Here's Kyle Perry getting up to 3rd in the 47 car. Jeff Bright looking for 4th in the 5. And Brandon Tharp might be going for 5th here in the 24s. Bright has cleared for 4th. Might go for 3rd now. As up front's a 7-car breakaway. John Buford, the last of those guys. Tim Ralph has rear end damage, but he's 8th. Alex Stewart's 9th. And 10th right now is Lee Jack Table. Just Heath is 11th. Eli Bright's 12th. 13th is Luke Rainey. 14th, Alexander Rowe. 15th, Emmett Juckham. Then 16th, you have Stuart Gratton. 17th, Derek Hamill. 18th is Max Anderson. 19th, Justin Zidell. 20th, Michael Gregory. And the rest of the cars laps down. They're going to catch Andrew Miller in the corner. Joe Jefferson has to check up and nowhere to go. Friesen looking around the outside. Whoa, that was close. Look at the run for the 32 because the others got slowed down. They're going to go three-way around the lap car. Friesen in the middle. Pound Pond down low. And the 32 might get all the way to second right here. And Joe Jefferson dodges the bullet. He keeps the race lead for now. Pound Pond does get to second. Jeff Bright up to third. Andrew Miller can't find out where to go. He got moved down low by the 24, and that blocks the 47. Tharp will get by. Kyle Perry, your points leader, back to the 7th position. 92 getting passed right here by some less damaged cars. Jeff Bright now's at second. But Carter Friesen looks to the bottom lane. This race is going to be who can keep their car the cleanest if we have green flag pit stops. Because under the green flag, you're going to want to obviously repair the damage because you might have a tire rub. But you don't want to have to repair damage on the green flag. It's going to take some time. So who can keep their car their cleanest at the end? Front 5 pull away as Tharp and Kyle Perry got a little bit stuck behind the 31. They have a pack of lap cars ahead that are definitely slower. They have a lot of damage to their cars. They have these guys up here that are kind of towards the middle of the road. They're not really too much slower. They're just that little bit slower. You can see these guys get around the 31. Back up front, Jeff Bright in the 5. Coming to halfway this time, but it'll be 30 down, 30 to go. Man, that 39 got away right there. That 5 really had to chuck up through 1 and 2. And Carter Friesen might have a bid for second right here. Here he comes to the bottom, blocking Lawrence Pound Pond. Carter Friesen. Oh, he drove it hard to the corner, making sure he cleared Jeff Bright right there, and he does. Pound Pond gets to the 3rd position now. Jeff Bright kicked back to 4th, possibly 5th, as here comes John Buford in the 4. And they will have that lap traffic to negotiate unless there's a caution. We're halfway through the Pepsi 600. First, second. Pound Pond and Friesen, side by side. The 6th and 7th place cars have caught back up to the front 5, so it's now a 7-car race once again. As Pound Pond gets back to 2nd. Carter Friesen kicked back to 3rd. Possibly even more as he just got into the wall. Jeff Bright and Brandon Tharp might have a bid now. As Bright's looking for 4th. He'll get it from the 99. Tharp looking back for 5th. Jonathan Buford trying to hold 3rd, and he does off Jeff Bright. And now Lawrence Pound Pond trying to run down that 39 car. You know what the 38 wants is, and it's a caution. Because he's probably just as fast as these guys, but he can't show he's not in the draft of these guys to really get caught up. So he wants a caution flag to really have a chance here. Last lap for Pound Pond compared to the 39 car was slower. 99.47 have just dropped back a little bit. Maybe they're hoping that these guys get caught up in lap traffic, then they can kind of swoop in with a huge run. Joe Jefferson will have this big pack to deal with here this lap. Front 5 once again have gotten away. Perry and Carter Friesen just a little bit off. They're side by side. This is not helping Joe Jefferson out in any way. He'll go to the bottom lane trying to get around right here, but Pound Pond does have a run into this pack. He had to lift just a little bit too, but now it's nose to tail. Jeff Bright's going to leave Buford up top there. They're going to go 3 wide trying to get around the lap cars. Joe Jefferson, your leader, making it 3 wide. Oh, Hamill to the wall. They keep it straight for now. The 5 and the 24 take evasive action down low, but they somehow save the car. Jefferson and Pound Pond get away in the lap traffic. Jeff Bright in 3rd. He'll also get cleared the lap traffic. Brandon Tharp in 4th trying to get by. Front 3 pull away. Pound Pond looking low. Gets back up in line. Tharp trying to get by the 17 in 17th. Max Anderson's right now 18th. So these guys are actually in the top 20, but they're laps down. Next lap car they're going to catch is the 56 of Stuart Gratton, unless they, of course, catch the 31 before then. 25 laps to go in the Pepsi 600. 4 cars have gotten clear of the lap cars. 3 of them pull away from the pack. Now up to 5th is the 99 Carter Friesen. Kyle Perry's now 6th. Jonathan Buford kicked back to 7th. There's 8th, 9th, battle for 10th. Or that's not the battle for 10th, that's just Lee Jack Tavo, as he's surrounded by a bunch of cars that are laps down. And you got these guys right here that are just inside the top 15. Got the guy that's 15th, 16th. So 15th and 16th are the next cars they catch. So no one's been able to touch Joe Jefferson once he got out front. Can he bring the U.S. Army Chevrolet to victory lane in the Pepsi 600 where we've seen so many patriotic paint schemes? Trying to bring his third win of the season. It would bring Stuart Haas's win total this season up to 5. Levi Jones has 2. Joe Jefferson has 2 as of now. He had to lift there just a little bit. Pound does have a run. Look at the run for that 32 car. He had a great 3 and 4. That was a perfect 3 and 4 for Pound. He might get to the race lead in 1 and 2. Yeah, but that one great set of corners that he had down there in 3 and 4, it helped him out in 1 and 2. Just shows how you have to make every corner perfectly. Pound staying up high, so 39 coming down pit road. Here comes Joe Jefferson into the pits. He'll be the first to start it. Pound Jeff Bright stayed out. Anyone else up here come down pit road? A lot of cars have come down pit road. They've come down earlier. But I don't see anyone up in the front 7 besides Joe Jefferson that have come down. So that leaves the race lead to Lawrence Pound and Jeff Bright. They've pulled away. Tharp is now 3rd. Kyle Perry is 4th. Carter Friesen kicked back to 5th. Now, when do these guys peel off to come down pit road? Does the caution come out possibly affect the outcome of this race? Here comes Pound and Bright in. Does anyone in this front few decide to stay out? Looks like everyone will be coming down pit road, and that will cycle pit stops through. So we'll see where the 39 is. Here he comes out of his pit stall. So Joe Jefferson is leaving. He wants to get by that 31 Andrew Miller. He doesn't want to have to race him out on the racetrack and lose some time. But he might have to right here. He has to race him on the apron. That's really going to slow him down because Miller cannot get up to speed. Joe Jefferson stuck behind the 31 of Andrew Miller, and he can't merge. This could really cost him out on the racetrack. Now he has to somehow get low very quickly. He really has to get by Miller right here. This is really costing him a lot of time. Because here comes Lawrence Pound. He's already leaving the pits. The 5 is nowhere to be seen. The 47 has gotten out. The 5 is just coming out now. There's the 39 coming around now. Finally gets by the 31. But Pound is already merging on the backstretch. 39 does have a run. Right now it's a 2-horse race at the front. And Lawrence Pound, because the 39 got caught by the 31, will be your new race leader in the Pepsi 600. But not quite yet, because here comes Joe Jefferson. 20 laps to go in the Pepsi 600. Pound leads. The 29 and the 22 has stayed on the racetrack. Remember, they were some that came down pit road on the restart. So do they have enough fuel to try and make it around? As look at back there, there is the battle. Joe Jefferson underneath Lawrence Pound 3. But they're catching the 17. Jefferson wants to get clear right here. Oh, Pound got the low pretty hard. The 29 is peeled off. Does the 22 as well. Dom Dewey stayed out. He's inherited the race lead. But the guys are running him down on fresher tires. Joe Jefferson is cleared. He's your second right now. Lawrence Pound back to 3rd. Perry. And then it's Friesen. Bright. Octavo. Bright again. Heath. And that's not factoring in that the 29 and the 22 stuff. There's the 22. So that hands the lead over to Joe Jefferson. Has a pretty good size lead over Lawrence Pound with 18 laps to go. His brother Jay ended up winning the 600 back in Season 4 for the 48 car for the Hendrick Motorsports team. Joe Jefferson trying to do it here in Season 6 for his 3rd win of the season and some momentum going into the All-Star race. Comes off of 4. He sees 17 laps to go, and he knows the 32 is pretty good ways back. He has to not get caught up in any activity with lap cars. He's catching the 34 Derek Hamill right here. Yesterday in the Target Series, we almost saw the race get lost by Jake Galloway coming off of 4 to the white flag and the caution flag as he tried to get by his rival Cole Luigi. Luigi almost forced him into the wall. Joe Jefferson gets by Derek Hamill pretty cleanly right there. Lawrence Pound is not really gaining time. He's a good ways back. Joe Jefferson sees 16 laps to go. So your top 10 has definitely changed. Pound is now 2nd. Kyle Perry, your points lead up to 3rd, and this will definitely help him tremendously to open up his points lead. Carter Friesen is 4th. Jeff Bright 5th. Octavo 6th. Eli Bright to 7th. Justin Heath 8th. Alex Stewart 9th. Tim Renoff 10th. Brandon Tharp 11th. John Beaver 12th. Are the 12 on the lead lap. Luke Green lap down. Levi Jones, Nathan Stapleton, Emmett Juckham, Steve Morgan, Alexander Rose, Stuart Grett, and Dom Dewitt. The 34, the 17, the 83, the 78, the 20, the 31, the 29, the 21. All laps down as Carson Bowers once again coming off of pit road. Hopefully the 32 can get by him and doesn't have to go high in 3 and 4. He does get by him. Kyle Perry's on a charge. We haven't even noticed this, but Perry, if he can get by the 32, might be able to run down that 39 car. He's coming fast. He has to get by him this lap, though, because it's only 14 to go. He's got to have 13 laps so he can clear Palomar ready to try and run down. 27.2. That was faster that time. He was in dirty air. We'll have to see how this plays out. Joe Jefferson trying to close out a dominating 600-mile performance. But Kyle Perry has other plans, trying to win this season and extend his points lead. It'd really be a perfect day for Kyle Perry. Second in points, Luigi finishes last. If Perry could end up winning, that would extend his points lead basically as much as he could. The only way he could extend it more was if he ended up leading the most laps, which Joe Jefferson basically has locked down. His close competitor on the racetrack, that seemed like the next fastest car on the racetrack was Jeff Bright in the 5, but Bright 10.48 seconds back. Not really any threat to the 39. Caution comes out. That could change everything, though. Last time the gap was 2.04. This time for Kyle Perry, it has increased, 2.16. So the 39 car just putting on a clinic right now, but it's not over until it's over. We know this from experience in the Gatorade Cup Series this season. The last lap of the Las Vegas race, Colton Yeo wiped out from the race lead by Kyle Perry, and ended up with the third place car in victory lane. At Rockingham, Derek Himmel leading on the last lap. The 24 Brandon Tharp bounced off the outside wall, gets into Hamill, spins him out in the second place car. Justin Heath wins. Heath was about 2-3 seconds back that time. With 11 laps to go, the gap just slightly increasing, but still increasing. Joe Jefferson still running pretty fast laps on the racetrack. Perry right now has nothing for him, but Jefferson gets stuck by maybe the 4 and see the 56 ahead. Wondering where the 31 is. Eli Bright has definitely fallen off pace in the 88. I don't know. He came up here earlier, so he had fresh tires at the beginning of the run, but now he has worn tires and he can hold on to a top 10 position. It's Brandon Tharp, the next guy for a position. Is a pretty good ways back if he could possibly get by this 92 car. Tim Ralph, who was obviously damaged. So 12th place car, John Beeford, in danger of going a lap down, as they will now see 9 laps to go. I was wondering where the 31 Miller was, but I don't see him out on the racetrack. There he is in this pack, so Joe Jefferson may definitely catch him. I don't know if it's going to impact him enough, though. 2.5 back to Kyle Perry. Lawrence Pompon really fallen off. He's third. Carter Friesen is fourth. I don't know if he can get up to the third position. Fifth, Jeff Bright is a pretty good ways back as well. So he's really, he has no one near him. The next closest guy to Bright is Lee Jack Tavo, who is all the way back here and has some damage. So a wild 600-mile race, and it's going to come down to maybe a lap car. As Joe Jefferson trying to let off that 4, but he's maintaining his gap back to the 47. Still at 2.5 seconds, coming around to 7 laps to go this time by. 47, just a dot in his rearview mirror. Car got a little pretty hard right there. I don't know who it was. Could have been the 22. He's a little bit off pace. 31 was also off pace, but he's, of course, damaged. But could have possibly gone to the wall. He's on the outside lane. Gap still not closing. He's actually opening up. Gonna have to take a caution in these next few laps for anyone to try and possibly run down Joe Jefferson or maybe some lap car interference. How cool would it be with all these patriotic schemes if the 39 could get to victory lane with the U.S. Army on board? So they have caught Andrew Miller. Jefferson, caught him on the straightaway, luckily. He'll get to the inside and easily get by. They'll come around and see 5 laps to go. And that's exactly what Joe Jefferson wants to see, because if he gets to that mark, if the caution comes out, the race is over. Levi Jones in the 14 is pretty slow. There's Eli Bright. That's the battle for 10th. Eli and Tharp, they're teammates. That's going to be the battle for our top 10. I believe Tharp has fresh tires. He might be able to blow right in by the 88. But if these guys start paddling up here, possibly close in. That's Joe Jefferson's teammate, Levi Jones. Jones trying to get out of his way. Stays to the high side right there. Jefferson doesn't lose anything, really. With the 47, I can't even see him anymore. It's up over 3 seconds now. Jones just crowned the four down the track. I don't know if he thinks the 4 is racing the 39 or what. So come around and see 4 laps to go this time. Joe Jefferson has put on a clinic. As long as he make around 4 more laps, he'll win in the Pepsi 600. It'll be his 3rd win of the season. He won 3 races last season, driving the same 39 car. Took him a little bit longer, though. Richmond was his 3rd win of the season. Last season, It was the last race to make the chase, and he needed the win badly to make the chase. And it came in clutch. And now coming around to see 3 laps goes to be a third win of the season. He's down there towards the bottom in the points. He's going to be in the All-Star race no matter what. And you think that maybe if he doesn't win the All-Star race, there's going to be some confidence going into these next few races. As he's got 2.5 laps to go this time by. There's the battle for 10th still raging on. Brandon Thorpe is just driven around all these guys to get up to the 8th position. As Tim Rouse now 9th. Eli Bright and Justin Heath are bound for 10th. As they might soon interfere with this race lead. Come around to see 2 laps to go. Joe Jefferson's lap car, John Buford behind him, but Buford not going to really, I don't think he's going to do anything. He's right now 12th, and really he'll only do something if they catch the 90 or the 88. Right now, Eli Bright's holding the top 10 spot from Justin Heath. Tim Ralph also ahead in the 92. This is a big race for 9th, 10th, and 11th. Eli Bright gets around Randolph, so now he has a cushion. Heath now going for the top 10. Randolph got to the wall. White flag is out for Joe Jefferson. One more time around Charlotte. The Pepsi 600 is about to come to a close. The white flag means surrender. Joe Jefferson has opened up a gap to over 4 seconds. Been dominating here today. Down the backstretch. John Buford's moved up to 11th as he just passed the 92. 10 cars will finish on the lead lap in 3 and 4. Joe Jefferson dominates here at Charlotte. The Pepsi 600 is over. Checkered flag. Joe Jefferson wins. Kyle Perry, your points there, going to end up second right here. Here he comes across the stripe. Third, possibly going to be Lawrence Pallenpon, but Carter Friesen did close in. And Pallenpon just edges out that 9-9 at the end. How about the race for 10th and 9th? Eli Bright has it. Looks like he'll keep it. That's the battle for 9th and 10th. Eli Bright will get 9th, Justin Heath 10th. As they were the only guys to finish on the lap top 10, finish on the lead lap. What a wild Charlotte race. Joe Jefferson ends out victory lane, his 3rd of the season. Let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Pepsi 600 at Charlotte. There were 2 caution flags for 8 laps, 14 lead change among 11 different drivers. Joe Jefferson with the win, leading 41 of the 60 laps, dominating performance there. Kyle Perry ends up second. Your points here extends that points lead. Lawrence Pallenpon 3rd, Carter Friesen 4th, Jeff Bright 5th. Then the lead track table in 6th, Alex Stewart 7th, Brandon Thorpe 8th, Eli Bright 9th, and Justin Heath rounds out the top 10. They were the only cars on the lead lap there at the end. There's your top 20. A lot of these guys trying to get into the top 10 in points to try and make the All-Star race. And we'll let you know who's in once we get to the point standings. So look down 21st to 40th. 27 cars finished the race running as Carson Bowers ends up retired at the end. So many cars end up laps down. One wild 600-mile race. Code Luigi second in points, ends up 42nd. He does drop a few positions in points, but still in a chase spot. And now let's go look at the point standings. Here are points after Charlotte. Kyle Perry in the 47. Keeps that point with the 2nd place finish. Stuart Gratton up to 2nd. 105 back at that 47. Code Luigi down to 3rd. Jeff Bright is 4th. Jonathan Raines is 5th. Luke Rainey in 6th. Griffin Lynn 7th. Carter Friesen 8th. Lee Jack Taylor 9th. And Tim Randolph rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20. So as we mentioned, top 10 in points do get into the All-Star race. So factor in Kyle Perry, Stuart Gratton, Code Luigi, Jeff Bright, Jonathan Raines, Luke Rainey, Griffin Lynn, Carter Friesen, Lee Jack Table, and Tim Randolph have all made the All-Star race. They have winners outside the top 10 that are also in. So Diego Pez is the 11th driver in. Levi Shones, Riley Spurley 2, Brandon Tharp, look down 21st to 4th, Justin Heath, Jonathan Buford, Joe Jefferson, his 3rd win of the season up to 25th, Alex Stewart, I believe Carson Bowers. That is now 19 drivers already in. Then you go off of past champions that aren't in the top 20 and that aren't in the top 10, don't have a win, and also past All-Star winners and chasers from last season. So there's a lot of drivers that are going to be getting in. I'll do all of it, and we'll see tomorrow who gets in through the Open. Again, the top 2 finishers get in through the Open, and then we set the All-Star field. Next race. We'll start out the restrictor plate swing as we go to Talladega for the Aaron's 499. See you guys then.